All right. Hello, hello, hello. Again. We're going to try this one more time. And if the same thing happens, I guess the world just doesn't love me tonight, but I've reset all of my stuff. I've done everything short of turning the power off of the Verizon building and turning it back on. So we'll see what happens. My apologies for all of this. Don't really know what the reason is, but it is what it is. But I really want to do this stream tonight because I don't know if this save is going to work after the update tomorrow, so I want to do this tonight. But we're back now, like a hawk. I'm watching my connection rate here and everything. Let me make sure sound's working. Hello me for a third time. Alright, there we are once again. Okay. Okay. So to recap, we are fighting Great Qing to increase our autonomy, and we are winning. But we do need to we need to continue selling some buildings. Maybe we'll start looking at some rural buildings. Not the gold mines, but there we go. That's good for now. Let's once again, let's make sure we don't have those set indefinitely to that. But we bought ourselves some time there. How much do we have in the bank here? 381k. That's pretty good. So let's speed this back up. We have public schools. Yay. Which law enforcement do we have? Yeah, we have dedicated. Okay. Now, I would really like to get a health system in place. Ooh. If we get National Guard, we get 51 more battalions. It'll only take 17 bureaucracy. So let's add that in. Let's do National Guard. Hey, Dominion of India wants to give us military assistance. I will take that. Thank you. Great Qing is in negatives. Negative war score. Man, everything is looking up in this stream except the stream. I don't mean that stream. You're doing so well. Okay. I feel like right now with the stream, I'm like, don't touch it. Don't look at it. Don't touch it. Just let it do its thing. Alright, what do we got here? The petite bourgeoisie have expressed their concerns about government decisions clearly favoring the interests of the industrialists. Let's do that. Okay. Let's see. This needs to be addressed. How are we? The industrialists, they're both doing well. I wouldn't mind. I don't want them to lose political strength, though. I don't want them to be marginalized. The petite bourgeoisie do have their purpose. So. Maybe, okay, we can, considering all the delays we've had tonight, maybe we can go to 5 speed for a little bit here. I need another drink at this point and get the regular break. But at least, let's finish this war. Let's do that. Sai Zakai has encouraged all principled people to agree on a platform of non-compliance for the National Guard law. Sympathizers and the rural folk have halted further debate. So we'll get a setback. I don't know if we want to take a setback yet. We'll lose 10%. Hand their names, their offices, and their staff to the papers. Maybe we'll do this. This guy could get wounded. Or the Liberal Party will lose. Alright, we'll take our chance with this. So what's his popularity? -8, so we'll see which one we get here. Okay, so the liberal movement lost some popularity. Alright, that's not so bad. Oof, and we're already back in debt. Okay. Just wholesale sell everything. Of course, nobody wants that stuff. The iron mines. Well, how about the logging camps? All right. Oop. Not the gold mines, though. Oh boy. Okay. 782K at this point. So let's make sure. Damn, I hope nobody actually got. Oh, you know, that's right. I did want to sell the gold mine, though. I want the company to take that. Alright, next time we're pretty far down, we'll sell gold mines again. Yeah, I want the company that we have to have that. Okay. Well, let's make sure the logging camps are not up for perpetual sale. But we bought ourselves some more time. Let's increase the speed on this. They want to support our independence. We'll take it. The public agitation that Zaizakai has inspired against National Guard has led the industrialists to refuse to support the law in its current state. Yeah, let's take that. Alright. Not bad, not bad. Oops. Not what I want. Not what I want. Let's speed this up. Because we are so close. We are actually so close. The industrialists have started complaining about the existence of substance farms in Lanfang, stating that their undeniable inefficiency should be immediately addressed. Yeah, I don't really care about migration attraction in Lanfang, because we can't really get people moving there anyway, so we'll take this. Because then we don't get the radicals. Let's speed it up. We are getting there. We are getting there. Law progressive study on that. All good stuff. We did it. We did it. Okay, let's get the Monday update. Oh, yeah. Wait. That's interesting. Okay. Alright, so we're going to regroup and do this. Alright, so we're going to take a very quick break, because I haven't actually taken a break yet. I need to get another drink, go to the bathroom, because I had all that craziness that happened. Be back in like 60 seconds, and then we are going to continue. So, be right back. Alright, and we're back. Let me take some insulin for my drink so that I don't die. Alright. Thrilling stream stuff. Me taking insulin, of course. Alright. Okay, so we have our purple color again. So that's promising. That's promising. So now, let's regroup here and see what it is we're going to do. So this is what we've been waiting for, really. This gets us back to where we needed to be to get this achievement. So, we have our autonomy. So now, let's make sure our relations are up, because I do want them to help us if we go to war. Great Britain was never going to help us, so whatever. Let's get these taxes down. Let's put military to mid. Let's get these guys up a little bit. We can turn off enlistment efforts and put greener grass campaign back on. And hopefully get back on track with, yes, getting migrants from Korea. That's our business. That's what we are in the business of, getting migrants from Korea. Okay. So now we'll continue to increase the military. I would like to get this company back on track. We can unpause while I do this. So let's see. So global average productivity. God, so much is changing. Tomorrow, the way that this is calculated is changing as well. But for right now, we need this to be at 11.5. So if we got the cost of all this stuff down, that would help. So North Borneo tools are, so we can use more tools here. So we'll do one more tools. We don't have coal here. We do have explosives, so maybe we do another explosives factory. Why do we have this Oh, the trade unions are pissed. That's why. So maybe we can pass something right now that they might like. They would like public health insurance. Yes, so would I. So would I. They would like universal suffrage. Really? Even the literati don't want that? What is our next election? Because I messed with stuff in order to get people on our side. 1886. So we have an election in about a year and a half. So that's not bad. Oh, well, yeah, we're still doing National Guard here, so there is that. Alright, so let's get all this stuff built. More tooling in East Borneo, we like that. So we need more infrastructure. In 13 months we're going to have railways, so we do need to get prepared for that. So we need, what is iron here? Tons of iron. Excellent. So we're going to get, we need some steel in North Borneo. We'll do 2 steel mills and then motors in preparation for the railroads. So let's get these things up here. Let's get the explosives done too. Whilst the government debates the merits of National Guard, several newspapers have published polemics by Cyndi trying to invoke an obscure law against it. Lawyers affiliated with the petite bourgeoisie pointed out said law is invalid. Alright, yeah, let's take this one. Oh, hey, now we can say the chat, or the stream really started. We got our bot. Goodbye, bot. Thanks for stopping in. We appreciate you. Okay. So this is good. This is good. So now we go after the Dutch East Indies. So here's some things that we have on our side. The Dutch East Indies are pretty weak. Like, we are ranked 24th, and we can get these battalions up quite a bit, because we didn't add, conscripts. once we add in enlistment efforts, we can get a lot more conscripts, and we didn't do that before because we don't want to pay the cost of it. So we have a much stronger military. And now we also will have not just Great Qing on our side, but Spain. So that is promising. Oh, you know, after National Guard, now what we can go after is compulsory primary school, which, if we remember, is what we need. Alright. Oh. Rubber rush. Oh, and a gold rush. Gold has been discovered in North Borneo. People from all corners of the earth are converging there, confident that they will discover the next great lode and become incredibly rich. Yeah, let's take that Goldfields throughput. We still get migration attraction as well. And rubber rush. Rubber has been successfully grown in North Borneo. The fragile nature of these trees and their difficult to meet conditions make this achievement exceptionally important. And migration attraction. Oh, hell yeah. We should take these. We need rubber. Mastification. Oh my god. Oh, god. Okay. We need to go after the military stuff first. We just have to. Alright, that's what we'll do with that. There's so much to research. Well, we can't get the steel frame buildings yet. And I would have liked to go for joint stock companies to get another company in. But we need... I want pharmaceuticals so we can raise the standard of living. And then I want all of this military stuff because, I mean, that's what we're trying to do here. More gold rush. Oh, and let's make sure... Yeah, look at that. Look at that, look at that. Excellent, excellent. So, can we lower taxes? Not really. Is this the thing we want to do? Ooh, I would rather tax services, but we don't have the authority for it. We kind of need both the road maintenance and the greener grass campaigns. Okay. Well, okay. That is what it is. Let's make sure, too, you know, we're not making the same mistake last time. Alright, this is good. Liberty Desire is liberty. Liberty, 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 liberty. Well, we might actually spur the economy a little bit more, too, if we... Let's do this for a little bit. Put more money in people's hands. Or pockets, I guess. The petite bourgeoisie's members have set against each other on the National Guard law. This infighting has been blamed on a campaign of harassment by supporters of Saizakai. So we'll lose 10%. We'll lose political strength for the petite bourgeoisie. I don't care about National Guard that much, to be honest with you. So I'd rather not lose... Yeah, we'll do this. So we lose 10%. Okay, whatever. All right. Yeah, we need need more infrastructure. Well, we could do this through the ports. We're not fully utilizing this. But we're about to, in 7 months, get this. But we could also use the convoys. Why don't we add 1 to each? Let's pause here. Because we need this stuff first. So the tooling can go down with the explosives. I want to get these motor industries built first, and then we'll add these ports in. A mine in East Borneo has collapsed, trapping miners within the dark shafts below. The scale of the accident has made the tragedy a story across East Borneo. Yeah, let's try to get the trade unionists happy. Actually, do they like compulsory primary school? It seems like they might, right? Right? No, yes. Oh, yes, compulsory primary school. Okay. So when we're done with National Guard, we go after compulsory primary school. That will get them happy, and we'll get this construction inefficiency taken care of. You see, what the problem is, the private sector isn't building anymore. Not good for our economy. But it looks like the stream is in a healthy condition. Well, that's good. Alright, what do we got here? Following the arrest of a prominent opponent to National Guard, Cyndi has begun a public letter writing campaign to demonstrate support for them. Okay, well, we can afford that. What happened, US? The US is like being so fickle with me this game. They're bankrolling us, they're not bankrolling us. They're expelling our diplomats. Our pets' heads are falling off. Alright. 10 points to anybody who knows that movie reference. Alright. Oh yeah, how long is it going to take us to get our supply network back up and running? It's not really telling us. Well, it'll get there when it gets there. I forget where it tells you that. let's speed this up. Because we want to get to these Dutch East Indies. The ideas of the Tongmengui, I learned this earlier today. The ideas of the Tongmengui have been raising interest throughout the country, leading to potential turmoil. Yeah, we want to get these guys back in power. We want to get the Patriotic Party out of there. Oh, however, we don't want people with expensive tastes. Following the recent expansion of industry into rural communities in North Borneo, Cyndi has begun a local campaign for the Agrarian Party, stressing desired solutions to the unpleasant smog now common around the region's factories. Huh. Yeah, I don't really want them to get momentum. The anti-industrial reactions. Yeah, sorry guys, that's going to be a no from us. Cyndi has launched a vicious series of insults against Tsai Yong-fu for his support of National Guard. The petite bourgeoisie have demanded the government act to defend his honor. So the leader of our petite bourgeoisie, who's a jingoist, the leader of our rural folk. He gets shell shock. Or what do we get with the other one? Yeah, no, I don't really want that. Alright, we'll do that. Sounds good, sounds good. Oh, hey, you guys are building stuff. Okay, coal in East Borneo, that's helpful. That'll make these guys a little bit more productive. So let's see, we want to take that 9.2, multiply by 1.25 to see what we got to get to, 11.5. So we just need 0.3. Yes! Oh my god. Railroads. Hello. Okay. A railroad everywhere. North Borneo. East Borneo. Lanfang doesn't really need one, but let's just do it anyway. Because we could actually kind of use it, right? Yeah, in these gold mines. It'll give us more gold and stuff. Okay. So, let's pause here. We want to get these railways up and running after we get the motor industry. How many motors do we get with a single motor industry? 40. And how many does a railroad need? 5. Okay. We don't really need these ports now, right? We'll hold off on the ports. Although, well, yeah, okay, we'll hold off. Cyndikai's arguments have been publicly defeated, forcing him to turn his gaze to more advantageous things. A faction in the rural folk have thrown their weight behind the National Guard. You know, actually, we will... Ooh, rifling. We'll keep the ports, but we'll have them at the end of the construction queue, because now they're not as much of a priority. The ideas of the Tongmengui have been raising interest throughout the country, leading to potential turmoil. No, give them that momentum. Give them... Yes, there we go. But I forgot, yeah. So let's remind ourselves... I don't want expensive tastes. I almost forgot about that. Okay. I'll take alcoholic and psychological affliction. Dengli. A defensive pact with Spain. Why, thank you very much. That will be helpful, actually. So the plan here, these are buildings that we need. Then we get these barracks. And then we go after the Dutch East Indies. I think that's the plan. And now we've got these two guys. We're going to set these guys... We'll just set them out there now. To escort our convoys. So that when we do go to war, we keep our connection to the Qing market. I mean, these guys could use more people, but, you know. Maybe we'll add it to the list, actually. Yeah, so there's not that many more people, though. Well, you know what? Let me make sure... Let's see. So these guys are in North Borneo, so hold on. We'll keep it all together, I guess. Oh, look at that. Yes. Okay. Actually, I should have looked at who came second. The Patriotic Party. Ooh, look at that. Wow. By 0.9%. Okay. The rural folk. I'd rather have the industrialists in there. Oh, because they have Democrats. It's interesting we get less without the rural folk in there. Okay. Well, that's fine with me. At least we're not getting radicals, but... Yeah, getting National Guard just took a big hit. Which is kind of fine. Okay, so these guys are in North Borneo, so let's add... And these guys are in East Borneo, so let's add 5 more there. Hey, Barney! Hello, hello! I'm watching the Club World Cup. I'm rooting for all the non-Europeans to excel. Yes! That's how I do it. I have a tier for how I root in the World Cup, and it'll extend to the Club World Cup. First tier is USA, Algeria. Root for that. Second tier is any North American or African team, because I do believe in after rooting for your country, you root for your federation. And then my third tier is any non-European team playing a European team. That's my World Cup tiers. Although the Club World Cup does make it hard, because I am a Chelsea fan. So I found myself in the game earlier today, Chelsea against LAFC, when LAFC would do well. It's like, yes. And I was like, oh, wait, no. I don't know what I'm doing in this game. Thunder has struck the legislatures as an article published by Zai Sakai accusing a member of the industrialists of sleeping with a mistress comes to light. Conventionally, in the middle of the debates conveniently, in the middle of the debates for National Guard. Oh, was that one good? Palermo vs. Porto? Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch that one because it was like during dinner time and all that. But I'll definitely check it out tomorrow as I try to catch up on the games I'm missing tonight. I'm also missing some Gold Cup action tonight. What do we want here? Yeah, we'll take this one. The U.S. had a good opening game for the Gold Cup, so that was nice. So, you know, that's promising. It's promising. We did play Trinidad and Tobago, but Trinidad and Tobago is sneaky good sometimes. At least they are against us. Radicals in Lanfang seem to be getting support from discriminated Bornean citizens within the state. Yeah, we'll take the... Oh, well, this is migration traction in Lanfang. Not something we need, but I'd rather not get the radicalism. Oh, the leader of our rural folk retired, which is good to know because they're in government now. So now he's a Democrat. Oh, well, the other guy was a Democrat too. So far, only Inter Miami hasn't lost. So the Miami Fraud, Seattle Sounders, and LAFC have difficult groups. Yeah. I actually started the Seattle Sounders one last night, but didn't get to finish it. Did they end up losing? I've been meaning to check the score all day, and every time I'm about to, I get distracted today. But yeah, Seattle has... Well, Seattle's going to have to play PSG and Atletico Madrid. And PSG just smacked Atletico Madrid. So, I don't think anybody wants to play PSG right now. Although, wait till they face a Brazilian team. Let's not forget, it took Europe quite a long time to win a Club World Cup at the beginning of it. It was all Brazilian teams for a while. Alright. I would love to put this to medium, but we don't really have it yet. Okay, so we got our first steel mill. So one thing we can start doing... Yes, steel is dirt cheap. What's our price on... Yeah, we could use more tools. Oh, wait, do we have that production method yet? Yeah, we do. Steel tools. There we go. So this will get the steel industry underway. This will lower the price of tools, which should make this a little bit better. A narrowly disguised polemic against National Guard, written by Zai Zakai, has appeared in a popular opposition newspaper published across Lanfang. Yeah, let's do that. Yes, until the 2000s or so, Brazilians and Europeans were somewhat equivalent. But then came the boss man law. Yeah, and European supremacy began. That's actually a good point. The boss man law is kind of a pivotal aspect of it. I never really thought about it that way, but you make an excellent point with that. The thing I love, though, is, like, back when the Brazilian teams were winning it, you know, I had all these friends that would, like, I'd bring it up to them. And they're like, oh, but, the European teams aren't really trying. They're not bringing their first teams. And I'm like, are you watching the games? Because they absolutely brought their first teams, and they played their first teams, and they lost. Oh, yeah, let's do Bessemer process here. Let's speed this up. I am curious to see in this edition of the tournament, Now that it's not just straight up knockout, how the Brazilian teams fare. Because they're still really good teams. All right. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So now tooling is back on track. An associate of Zakai has approached a major Pontiac newspaper requesting an original poem subtly indicating opposition to the inaction of National Guard. You know, I'm about to drop National Guard here now that I think about it. Can we start doing multiculturalism? We have a pretty good shot at it. No, we don't. Oh, that's right. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants it. Damn it. The only thing I don't like is the arrogance of some European fans acting like this is a generic standing season tournament. Like, can I at least give this a chance to grow? Listen, I just across the board, not just in this tournament, I absolutely hate the European arrogance in the game. I hope they get arrogant because the thing is, I do think if some of these teams go in arrogant against some of these teams, like the Brazilian teams or even the Argentine teams, but mostly the Brazilian teams, they will lose. You can't just walk in and beat teams like that. So I hope that there's some shocks like that. Can we make this guy? We could grant him leadership. Oh, this will hurt the political strength of the rural folk. I don't see... Okay, why are the literati against multiculturalism? Oh, because of liberal. I shouldn't have put them in power. Can they help us with this? The trade unions can. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to cancel this. Ooh, this will be tough. But we got the trade unions in government on this one. So we'll do that. To get multiculturalism... Everybody hates it. I guess, who are the ones that hate it? Rural folk, literati, industrialists, petite bourgeoisie. So every party. The armed forces are the only one that don't hate it, but they're in a party with the petite bourgeoisie. Who could we get here? Oh, man. Forgot we have horrible agitators. Joshua Norton. Joshua Norton. Oh, man. But we can't... Greater or equal to 40. What is his acceptance? Culture English? This guy is American. He should be Yankee. Or at least Dixie, but definitely Yankee. Oh man, this, if I could get him in here. So the problem is, with cultural exclusion, so he's got 20. He's got 20 acceptance, and religion, he gets 15. So he's at 35. Yeah, that's right. It doesn't show me here what his religion is, but it's probably not Confucian. Ah, man, that would have been perfect if we could get him. Alright, who else do we have there? I mean, I know I can't get anybody because on the list we filtered it by who we can get and we got nobody. But Joshua Norton could be our savior. He could be our hero, baby. If only he were more accepted. I'm singing Enrique Iglesias like Bob Dylan. Why? Because I'm distracted. Okay. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Changing the subject radically. As a child, did you ever get spanked by your parents? Whoa. That is a big, yeah, quite a conversation change. Yeah, I did. You know, moderately, I would say. But I'm of the generation where that did happen. Why do you ask? I am going to figure out how to get that guy in this country. Alright. Factories in North Borneo have been reported to be placing Dayak people into roles with incredibly poor work conditions owing to their status as second-class citizens. If we do this... Oh, we'll still keep that. Given the low wages that workers in East Borneo are receiving, more and more parents are pushed to send their children to work to help sustain families. We must stop this. Alright, yeah. We'll go for this. We will... Oh, we won't lose that. Okay, good. So let's see what we get. We can either get 10 or 20. Eh, we got 10. Okay. Because I've seen situations where they reveal more about the parents' lack of patience than bad manners, like the classic go to bed without dinner. Like, man, she's a child, she has to eat. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. First of all, I could never even do that with my kids. My kids don't eat anything. Like literally we'll go place and they'll be like, oh, I want to make your kids something that they like. What do they like? And I'm always like, don't make any food based on them. Because they don't eat anything. So they're not, whatever you make, they're not going to eat it. So I could be like, go to bed without dinner. And they'd be like, yes, this is what I've been waiting for. My punishment is more like, you got to eat your dinner. They're like, no, Dada, what did I do wrong? I'm like, I just don't want, I don't want you to starve to death. Although, you know, we have a really good pediatrician, and he made a very good point about the whole, like you have to eat your dinner thing. He's like, obviously, you know, you want your kids to eat dinner, but like, don't do it because you're worried that they're gonna like get malnourished or anything like that. He was like, they'll eventually eat. Like, they're not gonna not eat to the point that they're malnourished. So don't worry about that. The problem I've realized as a parent is that you don't have water tube boiler, and now you do. Aw, debate. No, the problem I realize is the whole eat your dinner thing is more about, I need you to eat your dinner because if you don't, you're going to want a snack. And I don't want you snacking all night. That's the real problem. Alright, so yeah, we could do water tube boiler here. This will be very helpful, especially in Lanfang. What? God, I always forget. What does water tube boiler work for? Furniture, tooling, paper, steel, and motors. Wait, do we not have any tooling in Lanfang? Jeez. Nothing. Okay. I think we're low. Yeah, we're low here, so we can definitely use it here. So let's use some water tube boiler. Alright. Here we don't really need it yet. We have a lot of peasants, so we'll hold off. When I was a child, I was very picky about eating. Like, really picky. I didn't like eating beans, just the broth. I didn't like onions, fruit, etc. I would say I wasn't a picky eater, but I had certain things I just didn't like. Like, I didn't like tomatoes, and I still really don't. I don't mind a slice of tomato on things, but I could never just eat, like, a chunk of tomato. I don't know what it is. I just don't like it. I didn't like it then. I don't like it now. My daughter is like that with soup. She loves chicken noodle soup without chicken or any vegetables. She just likes the broth and the noodles. It's really just a noodle soup. It's noodles with chicken broth. I'm like, what? How do you not want chicken? Everybody loves chicken. It tastes like everything. Ah, yes, here we go. Give me that. Psychiatry? Okay. Some members of the industrialists have raised their concerns about the enactment of compulsory primary school, since they believe that it would affect employment and promote agitation among the lower classes. God, that sound of that creepy kid. Oh, I would like to get the 20, but we could really use the 10. We'll do that. My son is the pickiest eater. He is the worst. He literally, I mean, that kid, all he likes are carrots and that cracker goldfish. Yes, chicken is extremely versatile. It works with almost everything, even ice cream. That's interesting. See, my kids won't eat chicken mostly. Sometimes if I cook it with like certain spices, not spices, I would say, but like seasonings, they'll eat it. My son, not always, but my daughter at least. My son, he's 5. He will not eat beef or steak. But if I get a steak at a restaurant or like ordering in, he'll want me to cut pieces off of it for him and he'll eat that. So he'll only eat steak if I have a steak and he eats some of my steak. Which I do because I'm like, hey, at least he's eating something. But I swear that kid just survives off of carrots and goldfish. And hey, carrot's a vegetable, so I feel like it's a win when we give him that. right. So we've got the steel. We have got this steel. Excellent, excellent. We're working toward the railways. Now, one nice thing too is we might actually start thinking about maybe adding in the mobilization option for transport. Take half an engine each. So we'll need 60 engines. We're going to have a lot more battalions. So actually, we're going to need a lot of... Honestly, I think I should just start building a second motor industry now, because we're kind of going to need that. Actually, no, we'll get the railways first. We do need the railways first. Then we'll build the second motors. Oh my god, this is going to be a tough one. What? As long as you live in my house, you will eat steak. That's why we'll have a barbecue tomorrow without vegetables for you. I know. I wish I could do that. But man, will they put up a stink. And I am not a pushover as a parent, but sometimes you got to pick and choose your battles. Usually what I do say to them is, look, if you're not going to eat the dinner, that's fine. I don't want to force you to eat. But you're not having anything else to eat tonight. See, that I guess that's the thing. I don't say, you're going to bed without dinner. I say, this is your dinner, and you could eat it, you could not eat it, but you're not eating anything else other than this. So if you go to bed hungry, you're going to go to bed hungry. Or you could eat this food, and I leave the plate on the table until bedtime. That's usually what I do. So the choice is theirs. When your children eat fruits and vegetables because they like them, you have won as a parent. Thank you. That's how I feel. Like, my daughter loves fruit. She loves all kinds of fruit, and she asks for it. And I feel like I've done something right. Even though she also is always asking for, like, candy and snacks and everything, and I always have to say no, and sometimes yes, and most times no. But then she'll ask for fruit, and I'll be like, there's a win. Concerns about the well-being of President Deng Li have been increasing throughout the country after his lack of public appearances. His spouse has tearfully confessed that no doctor seems to be able to cure him. Oh, yeah, he's an alcoholic with a psychological affliction. Nonsense, a real doctor should treat him with a proper with proper hypnosis. Okay. Yeah, that solves psychological afflictions. Oh, the industrial era. Hypnosis. The Confucian scholars don't like it, but they're marginalized, so we don't care. Yeah, this will give him a better shot. He lost the psychological affliction. Alright, good for you, Deng. Mr. Deng Li. Or I should say President Deng Li. This works too. You have to be tough sometimes, unfortunately. It doesn't mean forcing, but saying something like, hey, we only have cabbage soup today. If you don't like it, I can't do much. Yeah. See, the problem is if we only had cabbage soup, the problem is I'd have to eat cabbage soup. Although I am a big soup person. I love soup. I have soup for lunch pretty much every day. And I have had, like, vegetable soup with cabbage in it before. But chicken noodle soup and lentil soup are, like, the two best soups. But sometimes, when out at a restaurant, if it is available, a lobster bisque soup is excellent. Or like a good New England clam chowder. Great. Tell me we're going to have problems passing this law. Because this is the law we need for the achievement. Let's keep tabs on the Dutch East Indies. Oh my god, they are getting weaker and weaker. I don't know. Maybe... Yeah, look, it's going to take us 10 years. Well, we need these railways. That, actually, we do need. We need the infrastructure. Soup is cool, but my mom loves soup. She makes it whenever possible, and it's delicious. But sometimes I have to ask, hey, can't we order some Pizza Hut? Okay, here's how crazy my kids are. We do pizza night on Fridays. Every Friday we have pizza. And it's always a crapshoot. Like, sometimes they won't eat it. They won't eat pizza. Like, you guys are ordering pizza tonight. They're like, nah, I don't really want pizza. I'm like, what kid says no to pizza? They won't eat macaroni and cheese. They hate macaroni and cheese. What kid hates macaroni and cheese? I still love to eat a good old Kraft macaroni and cheese. Even to this day. I'm like, how does a kid not like Kraft macaroni and cheese? But they don't. Hate it. The only thing they love, my son loves carrots and goldfish. The only thing they both love is McDonald's. Maybe because we don't do it that often, I don't know, but whenever we're like, we're going to order in tonight, what should we get? First thing we hear from them is McDonald's. I'm like, ugh, I don't want McDonald's. We're not getting McDonald's. Cool. Wait, that's a crime. Kids have to like pizza. Otherwise, what will I have to bargain? I know, right? I can't even bargain with pizza. And that's the thing too. They won't really on pizza night. They won't really protest us having pizza, but the pizza will come, and they won't eat it. And I'm like, you guys, like, now we're gonna have all this leftover pizza all weekend. It's insane to me. Alright, let's speed this up. Finally, a law debate success. That's what we need. Alright. We're at an hour and 10 minutes here. Alright, so we're going to take a quick 30-second break. Or 60-second break. So I can go to the bathroom and get another drink. And then when we come back, we get closer and closer to finally attacking the Dutch East Indies. So, we'll be back in like... Hey, typical anime girl. Hey, good to see you. Yeah, I will invite you over for that leftover pizza because somebody needs to eat it. Because that's the thing. I end up having leftover pizza. I have so much leftover pizza that's all I eat on the weekend. Because I'm like, I'm not going to throw all this pizza away. And then by Sunday, I'm like, I never want to see another slice of pizza again in my life. Just these crazy kids. Yeah, I know. Just in time for the pee break. So, sorry, my friend. But I will be back very quickly. Gotta pee. Gotta get another drink. All right. Be right back. All right, and we're back. And we're back. And we're back. All right, let's do this. Oh, wait, I missed a chat here. When I was a child, there was a birthday that I will never forget. They called a restaurant service that made pizza at our house. It's like a portable buffet. Oh my god. That is like one of those things when you're a kid that you're like, I'm in heaven. A buffet of pizza at my house. A pizza place inside my house. I'm in heaven. Alright, here's what we're going to do. I was thinking about this. We need the motor industries and the railway. Because when we fight the Dutch East Indies, our armies are going to need to move around quite a bit. As we have this impassable area here. So we're definitely going to want to get the rail transport. But this tooling and explosives we don't necessarily need. I don't feel like putting it all the way down 5 pages of stuff. So we're just going to delete it, and maybe the private queue will pick it up. So we're going to do the motor industries, the railways, another motor industry, and then build up these barracks. And then, once we get these barracks done, we're going to war. And we're going to take the rest of the island from the Dutch East Indies. And if we can get this law passed, then by the end of that war, we get the achievement. That's what we're hoping for. I remember the Pizza Hut. Forgot about that. Yeah, that's right. They used to do that reading challenge. Oh, man. That took me back there. You know, it's funny, though. When I was a kid, we didn't have a Pizza Hut near us. It wasn't until I was, like, older. Like, I knew about the Pizza Hut reading challenge, but we never had one near us that we could, like, cash it in at. It wasn't until, like, much later we finally got a Pizza Hut. So Pizza Hut was this, like, magical place in my mind, because I rarely got to see one. Only when we would, like, go on family trips somewhere else would we find a Pizza Hut. The literati have expressed their concerns about government decisions clearly favoring the interests of the industrialists. We could use more support for the literati. Like, remember Pizza Hut used to have the pizza buffet? It's an all-you-can-eat buffet of pizza. That's something nuts to think about today. To be honest, I've never been a fan of fish and its variations. My friends love sushi, but my ancestors didn't discover fire for nothing. My ancestors didn't discover fire for nothing. It's a good way to put it, to be honest with you. I love sushi. I love all seafood. If I could eat seafood every meal, every day, I would do it. If, like, the mercury wouldn't kill me. And sushi, too. I love some sushi. But it do make sense, yeah. We discovered fire for a reason. Our nearest Pizza Hut was 30 minutes away. Our nearest Walmart was an hour away in any direction from where I grew up. Wow. Yeah, I feel like back when I was a kid, there wasn't really, like, Walmart around. And then suddenly Walmart, like, became the world domineering force. But hey, you're in the 4th pizza capital of the world, only behind Rome, New Jersey, and Chicago. Let me tell you something. I went to Rome as a kid, and I was so excited because I was like, oh my god, like literally me, 14 years old, being like, the thing I was the most excited for to go to Rome was, I'm going to the birthplace of pizza. And I have to say, I didn't like their pizza. Again, maybe that's the pizza snob in me. Didn't care for their pizza. And I will not stand for anybody calling that abomination Chicago makes pizza. It's an interesting casserole, but we will not call that pizza. Yeah, Pizza Hut buffet was 100%. 100%. Oh my god, it was the best. Horse pizza. Oh my god, dude, I went to Rome and had horse pizza. American-made pizza would have, yeah, exactly. We're like the Apple of pizza, like Apple computers. We're like them of pizza. No, we don't want foreign investment rights. We didn't invent pizza, but we did perfect it. Wait, so New York is the global pizza capital. Why are you surprised by that? Of course we are. There is no better pizza than New York. America perfected pizza, and it was New York that taught us how. Wow, we are really going to have an issue like this with compulsory primary school. You know what we need? We need... why though? We're going to do this because we need this law. We need the industrialists in there. Yeah, look at that. Oh my god, I should have done that from the beginning. Oh, what was I thinking? Now we have 2 setbacks. Factories in North Borneo have been reported to be placing Dayak people in roles with incredibly poor work conditions owing to their status as second-class citizens. We'll lose this. I don't want to lose that. Get those kids in school, damn it. I know, right? Get out of the mines and get in my schools. You know, actually, I do really need people in my mines. Teach them to learn. Teach them to learn Gooter. I know. I was joking the last episode of this that we have universities, but they're just, you know, they're going to be like A&M universities where you're going to college to learn how to go into the mines. North Borneo A&M. Have we lost people? Yeah, see. This is the type of thing we don't want. We need tooling here. Let me make sure we're still getting... Yep, we're still siphoning people out of Korea. In both of these places. That's good. The mines are calling. The mines of Moria. They need you. McDonald's nuggets are the worst thing on the menu. Barney is coming in with some hot takes today. I feel like the nuggets are the only thing on the menu. I have to say, I'm not a big fan of McDonald's. I mean, I don't like hate McDonald's, but if I had to go like to fast food, McDonald's is like not my top choice. It's not even my second choice. But McDonald's nuggets are like legit hard to pass up. Oh, hello there, Yoni. Hello. I see the DEI has absorbed their puppets. They have, but we fought a war against Great Qing and won, so we are no longer vassalized by them. But I decided to stay in their market, so we are still under them, but not vassalized. And one good thing is now Great Qing has a defensive pact with Spain, and so do we. So when we go to war with the DEI, we're going to have Spain on our side. So I think in tonight's episode, we're going to get the achievement. I really think we will be able to do it tonight. McDonald's fries are the best. I mean, McDonald's fries are good, but I do think the nuggets are the best part of the menu. I think the nuggets, how good the nuggets are beat how good the fries are. It's just that there's no burger in McDonald's that's like, not, you know, the best. By the way, if you are stuck, but I see you're no longer a vassal, consider occupying parts of Sumatra. Yeah. Well, I think after we get the Dutch East Indies, basically what we have going on right now is we finally got railways. So we're building up some railways and some motor industries because we're hurting on infrastructure. So we're gonna get these railways, and I want more motor industries because when we fight the Dutch East Indies, we're gonna have to move around the island. So I want to be able to activate rail transport, which we need engines for. After that, we have these barracks to build because I have some battalions to create here. And so after I build these barracks, once we're done at this point, we're going for the Dutch East Indies. So that's basically what we're doing right now. And hopefully passing this law in the meantime, since we also need this. Though previously opposing the compulsory primary school laws, Zaizaki has considered the trade union's political position and instead offers support. Alright, yeah, let's do that. Any success chance we can get. Hey, Russia. Hello, Russia. Ham, I expected more. I expected more from you. I'm sorry to disappoint you, my friend, but nuggets, McDonald's nuggets are the real deal. It's hard to pass them up. If you want a cheap burger, go to Burger King. But I'll tell you, if you want good burgers in general, go to artisanal burger joints and make your own. I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, you go to an artisanal burger place, it's going to be better than any fast food. If you want a good fast food burger, you go to Wendy's. Oh, yeah, look at typical anime girl. We are on the same page here. Wendy's best burger combined with McDonald's fries and a chocolate shake from Chick-fil-A. Yeah, that's true, right? They got those shakes there. The ideas of the Tong Mengui have been raising interest throughout the country, leading to potential turmoil. I don't know if it's my brain just trying to like be a jerk, but the only time I ever think about Chick-fil-A is on Sunday when they're closed. Maybe because I want to I want to know how dumb of a decision it is to be closed on Sundays. Great, finally building railways as I usually do by the 1850s. I know, right? Yeah, we got a little backtracked on this. Great Ching. I learned a good lesson. Make sure you are checking this every so often. Inefficient agriculture. The industrialists have started complaining about the existence of subsistence farms in North Borneo, stating that their undeniable inefficiency should immediately be addressed. I will take this because I want more migration attraction. The Confucian scholars have formally censured Zai Zakai over an unconventional article in a Tongmengui newspaper advocating for disruptive social policies. You know, I wouldn't mind getting the industrialists up a little bit. Ooh, yeah. No, but I want to make sure the Patriotic Party doesn't win. That is so true. Every dang Sunday, I just need it. Yeah, I know, right? I think it's just my way of sticking it to them. Like, oh, I would have gone to you if you weren't closed on Sundays, like for the stupid reasons. There's an urban legend that Wendy's fries are the worst thing ever. Is it true? Absolutely not. Wendy's fries aren't the best fries, but Wendy's fries are good. I wouldn't say they're bad at all. But they aren't like in the top of fast food fries. Although I also don't hate Burger King fries, to be honest with you. The Tungmun Wei is probably the best part to modernize. Wait, really? Tungmun Wei. Okay. Because last episode at the very beginning, I think this is before you joined last episode, they popped up, and I was like, oh, look at that, I want to learn how to say that. So I looked it up, one of those like videos, pronunciation videos, and that's how they pronounced it. And Tongmen Yui. And I was surprised that they pronounced it that way, because that's how I had pronounced it before I looked it up. And I was like, the fact that that's how I pronounced it first try makes me question whether this is true. So it's good to know it wasn't true. Tung Mun Wei. Okay. Read up on who they are in real life. They're great stuff of legend. Really? Well, I'm glad that I've been leaning into them this whole run. You know, I was saying at the beginning of the stream tonight, I think something I need to be more conscious of in this game, maybe something I need to be better at, is being a little more bold. I think I tend to wait till like conditions are perfect in order to attack or to trigger wars, and the conditions are never perfect. So we ended last episode where I was like, ooh, we could go after our independence or greater autonomy from Great Qing, but look, these other countries might join in from the prediction panel. And at the beginning of the stream tonight, I said, oh, screw it. We're just going to do it. We're going to jump in and do it. And none of them joined. None of them ended up joining the war. I could have done that last episode. So I got to work on that in this game. Supporters of the Free Trade Party have gone beyond simply campaigning for their own party, harassing and sometimes physically attacking opposing partisans. No, we want to make sure... Yeah, we will take this, even though we're going to lose one from everybody. An influential faction within the literati has grown frustrated with their co-members' neutrality on the topic of compulsory primary school. Themselves in favor of the law, they have now resolved to form a separate political faction intent on passing it. Yes, we will take any success chance you will give us. They're the revolutionaries who raised money in Southeast Asia. Oh, and the U.S. Hawaii, and bought guns for revolutionaries in China. Wow, that's pretty cool. I'm scrolling up. Hold on. Tung Mun Wei. Wait, where was it? Yeah, Tung Mun Wei. All right, so they won the election, and the Free Trade Party got second. Yeah, they're so opposed. We got rubber, okay. We're gonna need to work on some agitators. We need to get an extra agitator spot. They never succeeded, though. They had military uprisings for 10 times, and 10 times they all died horribly. Wow. Damn. I'm gonna look them up. That sounds fascinating. Rubber has been successfully grown in East Borneo. The fragile nature of these trees and their difficult to meet conditions make this achievement exceptionally important. See, I always find the rubber rush thing so interesting because this is the same. Sometimes it's not the same, but this time it's the same. Now, we've got rubber here. Can we do it yet? Ah, the Spanish. The Spanish took it. Well, whatever. It puts rubber in our market. But I don't think we have... Yeah, we can't use it yet. Okay, so we're not going to reform the government, though. We want to keep it as is, because this is the best situation. We're at 73%. I swear to God, if on October 14th we don't advance to study, flipping the desk. If I could flip this desk that I have right here, I would be in much better shape. Let's put it that way. But I'll think about it. All right. Oh my God, these railways are taking forever. This is almost going to be 1900. Oh, good. See, this is... Okay. Tooling workshops in North Borneo. We took that off of the government queue, and we get it on the private queue. Which is what we need. And they're going to build some logging camps. Excellent. Thank you. Progress to study. And North Borneo desperately needs this railway to finish. All right. All right, all right, all right. We are almost there, people. We are almost there. I don't know, do we... So the Dutch East Indies, their military has gone down so much. Maybe we don't need to wait for those barracks. But we definitely... The barracks, though, don't take a long time to build. We definitely need these railways and motor industries. And, you know, those motor industries and the steel mills will be a good thing to sell as we're, like, losing money. Look at that. And also building up some reserves before we go to war is always a nice thing to do. Although we will... Okay, yeah, we will raise that. As I said, oh, let's raise some money for the treasury. Oh, wait, let's spend more money. That's how I do. All right. We finally have a railway. You better be hiring. You are. Excellent. So, get us that infrastructure. Oh, come on. Yeah, we are going to have to subsidize that. Look at all these peasants we've taken from Korea. Unbelievable. Excellent stuff. See, so I'm glad at the beginning of the stream I was talking about how should we just increase our autonomy but stay under the Qing blanket or become independent. I'm glad I stayed under the Qing because this is what's helping us get this Korean migration. A factory in East Borneo has been rocked by a tremendous boiler explosion. With dozens dead or injured, the story of this tragedy has quickly become a national event. Ooh. What happened with the industrialists? You guys. Why are you so angry? Alright, well, let's try to get you back. With the government push for compulsory primary school, adult men have been pressed to cover the gap they would leave behind. However, their bodies are too large and their fingers too wide for it, and industrial accidents have been increasing. You and your fat... We're not going to put children in factories because your fingers are too fat. Oh, wait. We lost almost 30% success chance. The recently translated works of Conrad Egloff have become popular within the modernization movement. Oh, we lost... Okay, we have a different leader of the industrialists, and it is a market liberal. And you do not like compulsory primary school. Well, maybe it's time to kick you the hell out of government. Look at that. That's what we can do to you. So now, only the trade unions. All right, let's do that. Well, goodbye, industrialists. Police officers in uniform have been discovered supporting Lanfang and Spanish Union activity while on duty, lowering public confidence in the police force. Yeah, I don't want to lower, because I don't want to lower appeasement, because we need industrialist approval. So we'll take the radicals on that one, unfortunately. Maybe sometimes I take radicals too easily. I don't know. Yeah, Tongmen Wei forever! Tongmen Wei forever! And sometimes the Agrarian Party if it suits our interests. Ah, the Dayak. You know, okay, the Dayak National Movement. If you're seriously going to secede, why don't you help me pass multiculturalism? I mean, that's what we're going for next, so I'm not too worried about this secession movement. They'll be happy when we start passing that. But how about when I start passing it, you give me, like, some help on that? Will you? No. But you'll make a big stink when it isn't happening. Typical Dayak movement. Now I'm making a whole bunch of people mad because I don't over things I don't even understand. All right. God, I just want to get this stuff built so that I can get to the war. All right. December 15th. Please give me good news. A doctor in North Borneo has been caught aiding wounded dissidents and revolutionaries. His aid isn't just helping his patients, but it's emboldening the entire rebel movement. So 2% of academics in Lanfang, or 20% in North Borneo. How many do we have in North Borneo? $6.86K. How many do we have in the country? So we get 2% of this. So about 2K, about 200,000, or 20%. Yeah, we'll take the ones in North Borneo. Rob, hello, how's it going? Actually, it's going pretty good. We have increased our autonomy from Great Qing, which is what we needed, and we are now preparing to fight the Dutch East Indies. We just got to build up these barracks, and then it's time to go. It is go time. Ooh, ironclads. But we can't really use that yet. By the way, if you're interested to learn about the Tongmen Wei and see some action, find on YouTube 1911 Guangzhou Uprising. So I watched a couple of YouTube videos about Lanfang before I did. Oh, what in the what? After a series of costly and embarrassing setbacks, the sitting Lanfang government has decided to halt its pursuit of compulsory primary school law. That is some BS right there. That is some extreme BS. Yeah, it's sick. You're getting the achievement before the patch. I was like, I gotta try to get it tonight because I don't know if this save is gonna work after the patch. So we shall see. Although we just got a little bit of a setback on that, but we are gonna try for multiculturalism again. At least that'll get this Dayak national movement off our back. Maybe you guys can help me get it passed. Yeah. So I had looked up. I had watched some YouTube videos about Lanfang. Now I'm curious to see if that was one of them. I might recognize... Oh, no, this is not one I had watched. Okay, I'll have to watch that one then. Very cool, very cool. Thanks for the suggestion on that one. Hopefully we're getting the achievement tonight. Tonight I'm going the distance on it. If we get the achievement tonight, I might end the series on this. I mean, maybe not. I mean, I'm going to check tomorrow morning to see if this save will work. I can't imagine how any saves are going to work after the update tomorrow. Because, like, how do you translate this, that's not going to exist anymore tomorrow, into a whole world that's in 1892 with a world market? I just have a feeling all of our saves are not going to work tomorrow. I'm excited for the next batch of streams from you in the update. Oh, thank you. I'm excited to do them. My day tomorrow is just, I literally just have planned spend all day playing with the patch in the update, the DLC, offline, learning how to do it. I think 99% they won't work. Yeah, I agree. I just don't see how it would. Although I feel like I haven't seen the devs explicitly say all of your saves aren't going to work. I think what it'll probably be is this is with every update they put out. It's going to give you that little thing that says, like, this game was in a previous version. It'll load, but it'll be highly unstable. And so I bet you'll be able to load, like, this save into the update and play, but it'll probably crash quite a bit. Kind of like my stream did earlier today. I'm excited for the new patch. I won't stream tomorrow due to other commitments, but that gave me time to figure out the new stuff. Yeah, exactly. I actually canceled my stream tomorrow because I actually have something in the middle of the day I have to do. But it also then kind of gives me time to learn the new update. So Wednesday night will be the next Victoria 3 stream I do. So Wednesday night we'll be streaming with the new run. I'm thinking, I'm not entirely committed to it yet. I might do a run as Haiti. Thinking about what small country would be cool to do trade with. And I do want to do something in North America because I haven't done a stream in North America yet. Maybe Haiti. I mean, I'm going to test it out a little bit just as I learn the new stuff. Maybe Haiti isn't the best choice. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. I've been wanting to do a Haiti stream for some time. Because Haiti's a fun country in this game. You start off out massively in debt. Oh, we got an advancement. Yes, yes. You start out massively in debt to the French. And if you decide not to pay them, they go to war to annex you. So it's interesting. Oh, hello there. Daedric88, thank you for the follow. Hey, welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. We are hunting here the Miners Not Miners achievement. And we are almost there, though it is still a question mark. Don't be Haitian. I will see myself out. Ah, thank you. As I usually do with the title of my streams, I'm trying to think of a good pun for Haiti. So maybe that's what I'll do. Something about hating. Haitians gonna hate. Although that kind of, I see, I wouldn't do something like Haitians gonna hate, because that kind of sounds like I'm taking a dig at Haitians, which I absolutely don't want to do. So that won't really work. What do we got here? Pontianic. Yeah, they don't want me in this at all. Well, do whatever you guys are gonna do there, because I'm about to take you guys all in a moment. Oh my god. Our construction. Let's go to speed 5 here. Maybe we could afford another construction sector finally. I don't know. Lawmakers working toward the enactment of multiculturalism have found themselves mired in a particularly complex set of bureaucratic proceedings, grinding the work towards reform to a near halt. Wonderful. I want this so bad, I'm gonna take these. We have this here, but I think we can withstand that. Representing his constituents in the rural folk, Zhang Zikai has issued a formal petition to the Lanfang government to pass migration controls. Yeah, absolutely not, buddy. You can go poop in a bucket on that one, let me tell you. Yeah, we can take the hit to legitimacy. Migration is the thing keeping us afloat here. Look at that, we can build so much now in North Borneo. Alright, mechanized workshops, sewing machines, labor saving. So we're definitely doing this. We have that textile mill in Lanfang. Let's take a look here. Any type of labor saving PM that we can get here. Can't really save on labor that much if they're all in the textile mills. You know, a lot of the population here has been leaving. To go for North Borneo. Let's do this. Is clothing just not... No, maybe we don't want to do this. Yeah, why are we doing that? Maybe we take that off. So I think we're just taking all of the workforce for the gold mine, which, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't mind. Yeah, we don't have... How many people do we have here? 99,000. You know, the population has drastically gone down. It says it's going up now. Yeah, we have, like, no workers here anymore. We might want to get rid of the university here. It's not something we really need here. Alright, so you got some unemployed people. You guys start working somewhere there. Some shopkeepers have expressed opposition to the equal treatment of Bornean people under multiculturalism law, announcing that they will refuse them service. Why you gotta be jerks? Damn, things were looking up for a second there. Let's take a look at... ooh. Ah, we can get another agitator. We can get another agitator. Who can we get? Their agitators have just kind of sucked. Yeah, look at this. An authoritarian rural folk or a traditionalist rural folk. Good for nothing. Man, it's too bad we couldn't get Joshua Norton, who was there. He would have helped us with multiculturalism. So we don't have anybody approving of it. It's really just the movements. God, we really need this law to pass. We really, really do. Ah, now we have a railway here. Actually, let's double check here how our railway's doing. So it's still super expensive. But we now have infrastructure, so that's good. We're getting infrastructure here. Maybe we won't need to subsidize this one. That would be nice. Yeah, let's subsidize it. We're gonna have to subsidize the railroads because we need them. Ah, man. This is the same thing that happened with compulsory primary school. We started off strong, and now we're just getting a bunch of stalls. Alright, so we've got Boca. I was gonna say Boca infrastructure. We've got mouth infrastructure. I don't know why I went with Boca on that one. Alright, we've got infrastructure. Actually, and we can afford some railways. Laudabate success. Ah, modern nursing. See, I wish we had opium from Great Qing. We don't. We just don't. Oh yeah, no, we can't use it there. Yeah, let's use it here. Oh. It's not going to be helpful. Alright, we don't need to do that right now. Lanfang. Lanfang actually doesn't need the infrastructure. We're still going to do the railway there. I wish we could get more authority. We could really, really use more authority currently. It would be nice. Because then we could put road maintenance in Lanfang. Laudabate success. Okay, so we're back up to where we were before. Oh, the Unity League. Thank the Lord. Oh, who's this? A literati jingoist. Hmm. The liberal movement. Yeah. You don't do anything for me, buddy. I'm sorry. Maybe doing this railway in Lanfang was a mistake, but oh, no, it isn't, though, because we do have soldiers here. And when we do the mobilization options... Oh, no, but the mobilization options are for the motors, not railway. I don't know what I'm talking about. In a gesture of solidarity with the agrarian party, Zakai has encouraged his supporters to vote for it in the ongoing election. Alright. We want to keep these guys in power. Tongmeng Wei. Now you've done something I've never done in my runs. Enact multiculturalism. Haven't done it yet, though. Haven't done it yet. But it would be very helpful. Very helpful. Because this will actually also really help the speed of our rehiring the barracks after soldiers die once we start the war. So hopefully we can get it before the war. The high prices on clothes have become a prominent talking point in the Free Trade Party election campaign, arguing that their free trade policies would drive down the price. Let's take that one. Alright, so it's going to put these guys kind of neck and neck. Which I don't mind. I like to keep them both relatively powerful. Alright, yeah. 14 more weeks and we don't have to build in Lanfang anymore. In my runs, my lands are usually swarming with southern Chinese that it stays in cultural exclusion forever. Hey, we got an advancement to study. Excellent news on that. You will need to either dedicate entire regions producing just normal clothes or resort to import. Yeah, we just changed Lanfang's production method off. Though we don't have any workers there, so those buildings are kind of useless. In collaboration with the Tongmeng Wei, Huiyatsen has secured a deal for cheap and quickly distributed pamphlets in support of the party. Ah, yeah, there we go. Or our agitator will get ambitious. No, let's take that. Oops. Momentum. Because that will make sure the Tongmeng Wei have more than the Free Trade Party. General Young Fu has made... Oh, never mind. He made nothing. Alright. Tongmeng Wei have won. Yeah, no. $62 or $65, yeah. We're going to keep it as is. Oh, the petite bourgeoisie want to join. I don't know. I don't mind having the petite bourgeoisie in there, though. Though it does put us in an unacceptable government. So maybe we'll just keep it like this for now. Because, yeah, the petite bourgeoisie, we don't want to put them in government. Oh, you know, we also don't want the rural folk in government, actually. Yeah, but to get them out, we need the petite bourgeoisie in there. Alright. Then we might as well just keep it like this to stay in a contested government. That's probably the best way to go about that. If only we threw the rural folk out before the election. I should have been paying attention to that. Alright. So we're at about 2 hours. Just going to take a quick break, get another drink, stretch the legs, go to the bathroom, and I'll be right back. 60 seconds. I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. Haha, so when do we kick the white devils off this island? Here's what I'm thinking. So I want to get this second motor industry done. So I want to be able to add rail transport. Because we're going to need to be able to move around the island quickly. Originally, I was thinking we would get through these barracks. But now, I don't know. The Dutch East Indies don't have a lot of soldiers. So we can take them on immediately on the island. And we're going to have a lot of conscripts to work with. So actually, what I'm thinking is... Oh, good. That railway is done. I'm thinking when this motor industries finishes, that's when we're going to make our play. And we'll just build these barracks as the war goes. Guangqi has offered to spend some of their personal wealth to fund the creation of a university in Lanfang. We just got rid of one. I mean, yeah, sure, we'll take it. What is it? What does it hurt? Nobody's going to work there. So, we're going to finish this motor industry. And then it's go time. Are we still building using wood buildings? Nope. We are on iron frame buildings now. We don't have the tech for steel frame yet, because we got to get through the second level here. And law progressed to voting. Well, you know, we got to voting on multiculturalism last time, so don't get too excited. Oh yes, build us a tobacco plantation, because that is going to help us. Oh yeah, so what is the Qing market now? So they got tons of sugar, tons of liquor. So let's start adding this stuff in. What do we have for... Ugh. We don't have the opium. Rubber has been successfully grown in Lanfang. The fragile nature of these trees and their difficult to meet conditions make this achievement exceptionally important. No, give it to us in North Borneo. See, I wish we had opium, because then we could go for field hospitals and get a 40% recovery rate. But we're not going to be able to do that. The literati have expressed their concerns about government decisions, clearly favoring the interests of the industrialists. Alright. We're going to lose 2. Yeah, we can afford that. Okay. Alright, so let's speed up so we can finish this motor industry. Opium, you just import from Burma. Yeah, let's see what we can get on opium imports. Oh, damn. Hold on. Did our... Yeah, we have, like, no convoys. A group of students attending the university in East Borneo have arranged a demonstration in support of the labor movement. The display has inspired other students to join the cause. Yeah, we can roll with that. One question, Ham. Did you take any of your school friends with you? For life, I mean. Oh, what do you mean? Take any of my school friends with me for life? Like, am I still friends with them? Is that what you mean? Because... Ooh, hold on. Please. Ah, okay, law debate success. Yeah, my childhood friend, his name is Jay. Still friends with him. Will always be. He's like a brother. And so he's probably the closest childhood friend I have. And then there are other people I know, like, especially keep in touch through him. And then a very good friend that I had in college named Helen, I'm still very, very close friends with. So basically, like, my closest friend in growing up in, like, elementary, middle school, and high school, I'm still friends with. And then my closest friend in college, I'm still friends with. So I have the 2 of them. And then once you have kids, you start to find out that you really just become friends with the parents of your kids' friends. I remember hearing that back in the day. And I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. And now I realize, yeah, it's actually really true. Yes, because I have practically none of my friends from school. And I see this repeating itself with people close to me. It seems like a constant, but I think everyone goes their own way. I think that's kind of just how life is. I think you know, yeah, that is 1,000% true. Yeah, exactly. Because, you know, the world is very small when you're in elementary and high school, right? Like, the Lost Stall. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And then you get out into the world and you meet so many new people. I think it's just a way of life. The industrialists have started complaining about the existence of substance farms in Lanfang, stating that their undeniable inefficiency should be immediately addressed. I also think it's just like the stages you go through life too. You know, like every part of your life is like a different stage. And then you keep some people and you don't. Ooh, maybe now that they have a war going there, although that doesn't look like it's going to be a very big war. Alright, come on, finish this. Well, I haven't had much luck in love so far, despite being young. I don't see that changing in the future. Yeah, that all depends. I thought that too at one point, and it changed. And some people also think that sometimes it doesn't change. The thing I always say about love is that you only need it to work once. That's what makes it such a difficult thing. You really only need it to work that one time, and then you found that person. So it's always going to not work until that one time it doesn't not work, which means it did work. Distraction. Go for it. This is your best window. Take it now. And we got multiculturalism. Yes. That is what we want. Okay. So we got multiculturalism. So first thing, we're going to go after this again. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like we go now. And we just build this stuff. This is going to be done in 24 weeks. Released patients from the Pontianic Asylum have steadily denounced the practices involved in their supposedly medical treatments, mistreatment of the sick, withholding of personal letters, and disproportionate punishments were among the charges. Alright. Let's take a little savey save. No, for any particular reason. Definitely not for save scumming reasons. We never save scum here. The goddess of victory are waving their panties at you. Well, when you put it that way, anybody who waves their panties at me, I go full force. If the Dutch East Indies had waved their panties at me, maybe this whole run would have been a little different. I wasn't the most outgoing person in high school. Like, I think there comes a point in high school where social groups get kind of closed off. Yeah, I wasn't the most outgoing one either. I think it was like... I was somebody who just kind of was acquaintances with many, but not best friends with any. So we're going to actually take off. So we need... I want to add enlistment efforts to North and East Borneo. So we're actually going to get rid of road maintenance right now. We have the infrastructure. We'll lose the added construction efficiency, but whatever. Oh. Okay. We're all right. I made a mistake. I wish I hadn't done that. Okay, we're going to get rid of the greener grass campaign. Actually, it was a good thing I did do that, because we absolutely need this. Alright. Now let's add some conscripts here. So hold on. So North Borneo has the artillery and the guns. Oh, they have artillery here. Okay. So we will add here. Give us 20. That'll give us 40 there. The main army. Give us... So So we have 17 there, and then give us... Oops, I miscounted. And then we'll add the final 4 here. Ugh. Why can't I count? You could add another construction sector. See, though, I don't want to... We're about to have massive expenditures. So we're already going to be going into debt quite a bit. So I don't necessarily... I'm not going to add the construction sector now. Just because I don't want to... Like, we're going to... This is going to cost us a lot of money. So much so that I'm actually kind of worried of reaching default. So that's the only reason why I won't add another construction sector right now. We're going to add this stuff because this way we can move around the island. Okay. So let's do it. So we want... Luckily, we only need to take 3 states. East Borneo, West Borneo, and Pontianak. Let's force the diplomatic play. So we want that. We want the Dutch East Indies. Where is it? What did we add already? East Borneo. Time to declare it is time. So okay, West Borneo. So where is it? Dutch East Indies. West Borneo. Oh, there's Pontianak. We'll add that in there. Is it return state? Or am I just being an idiot? Okay, Dutch West New Guinea, West Java, East Java, Central Java, blah, 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 blah. Oh, there we go. West Borneo. In West Borneo, born and raised. I took on the Dutch East Indies for all of my days. Costs a lot of infamy, but I don't care because I'm gonna get the miners achievement. Dun 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 dun. What the hell am I talking about? All right. So now that we added all these in, Ching. Don't start with me, Ching. That's right. We need to get... Oh, you know, I didn't think of the infamy cost. Hold on, hold on. Yeah, I did. I did it too early. Okay. You're allowed 1 save scum. I just want to reorder the way I did this. For some reason, I totally forgot about the whole concept of infamy. Although, damn, I gotta do the conscripts again. Yeah. Well, see, though, the problem is about adding it near the end. If we add Great Qing in, they become the ward leader, and we can't add war goals anymore. So there is that problem. But we might be able to get Spain in there. So let's take the greener grass off. Alright. Let's add in... Oh, actually, wait. First, yeah, we wanted to add 20 here from North Borneo. Okay, I'm gonna add these conscripts and then I'm gonna do a save. So I don't have to do this again. So 10. It's go time, people. It is go time. Wait, did I add more somewhere else? No. I feel like I did this a little differently but before, but whatever. 6. We have 3 more. Okay. So let's do our little savey save right now. I'm going to have to go to sleep. Good night, everyone. Ah, okay, Barney. Good to have you, as always. Thanks, man. Good to see you. I'll see you next time. Also, conscripts train up one by one. Adding them all like that could be inefficient. Well, they're going to train the same way no matter what. Because they train based on Actually, we should check on this. It's a good thing we did. Yeah, based on your training rate. So it doesn't matter how many you add in, the training rate is still going to be the determining factor. Okay. So now we'll make our diplomatic play. So East Borneo. So let's unpause it. Yeah, see, the problem is, I forgot, to get Great Qing on our side, we need the landowners. Erg, and what about Spain? You guys, why do you gotta be such jerks? Why do you gotta be such jerks about it? What happened? With Great Qing here. So when you have similar government, they're more. When you have the same interest groups in government, there'll be more. Ooh, there's some. See, mass migrations. They'll like you more, basically. So, like, if we suddenly put the landowners in government, they would suddenly want to back us. I'd rather you start off by picking on Pontianak rather than DEI straight up. Actually, hold on. That's not a bad idea. Because they're subject of the Dutch East Indies. Ultimately, though, it might not bring... Okay, hold on. I'm kind of curious in this now. Because if I attack Pontianak first, you're right. Right now I've declared war on the Netherlands. Alright, I still have everything set up, right? Yeah. Hey, Control-Alt-Delete. Excellent screen name. I love it. How are you? Welcome, welcome. You're just in time for war. This is what we're about to do. Oh, let's also make sure we're getting that. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I think chances are if you pick on Pontiac, DEI will interfere. At DEI lands last minute. Yeah, and it might not bring the Netherlands into the war. So let's see what happens here. Oop, nope. Never mind that. Okay, well, either way, that's what's going to happen. You know, look at that, though. The Netherlands don't have a lot either. Like, what are we situated at? 30 and 65. Okay. You know, now I wish we had gotten National Guard set up. Okay, so hold on. I've got to get our army situated here. Mobilize everybody. Wait, actually, before we do that, one last check. Yeah, everything's good. Mobilize all the armies. Raise the conscripts. So how do we want to do this? How do we want to do this? Let's put the cavalry okay, we're gonna try to take the cavalry over here, and we'll put the main army here. Oh yeah, wait. Those guys are going to take some time. Okay, no. I want... Yeah, there's two fronts there. Well, no, that's... Okay, that's where we'll do it. Much better. At least you aren't bringing half the world to you. If you have 60 plus armies, you're okay. If you have 100 plus armies, you're definitely set to conquer Indonesia. This is why I said you need like 4 smaller armies. Yeah. And now we got these guys protecting our convoys to keep us connected to Qing. Ah. Okay, so we got our first army here. So we're going to put these guys on this front to just hold the line. Yeah, maybe we'll put this guy... Oh yeah, look at that. Thank God I looked at this stuff. Okay. Do rapid advance there. We want this guy. Who do we have? Home offense, home defense. You'll stay here. Advance the front. We want 2 in each one. Offense and flat terrain. Let's put this guy here on rapid advance. The National Guard, we want 2 here. Mountain combat expert, excellent. Camouflage chance adds what? 10% army defense, right? Yeah. So we'll do delaying tactics. By the way, grab Sambas in the same sweep. You're probably better off protecting the Sulu Sea, but that's just me. Best to get them, grab the smaller lands in Blitzkrieg to prevent Netherlands landings. See, the thing is, though, I don't want to go for anything that I don't need for the achievement. Because this is one run I'm probably not taking to 1936. Because I don't know if this save is going to work tomorrow. But I absolutely want to get this achievement after doing all this work on this. And so the more war goals you add, the more stuff you got to go get. See, I'm thinking if we can win on the island here, then they would have to naval invade us in order to mount anything. So... Damn. Hold on. Okay, what's their government makeup? Petite bourgeoisie and armed forces. What if we... You know, we want to throw... the armed forces in there anyway. Because we want to keep... Yeah, we want to keep patriotic fervor. Didn't make much difference for them. When I say grab the smaller lands, the problem is the EI has Swiss cheesed landing spots all over the island. Oh, you mean like... Yeah, we're going to take all the other parts of the island here. Oh, I see. There's a land... Oh, there's a land connection here. Hmm. Yeah. This isn't land connected, though, so we don't need to worry about this. But Luzon, yeah. Yeah, they've been doing some work. Alright, let's pause here. I can't believe I'm not going to get anybody. I can't believe I'm not going to get Qing. We might be taking this one on our own. Damn. Oh, wait. There we go, Spain. Yes. I'll give you an obligation. Ooh, that just made things much different. That just made things a hell of a lot different. Are you going to answer? Will Rohan answer the call? What happened? It's... And we lost maneuvers for it. Wait. Who keeps yo-yoing in and out? Spain. Buddy, you're killing me. What in the what? I've never seen this happen in the game, actually. Wait, yeah, we're not losing. I have never in my life seen this. Finally. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Now we're adding the other war goals in. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Give me East Borneo. And give me the West Borneo. The best Borneo. I know. Spain was so trying to cockblock us on this one. And I gave him the cockblock SWAT. That's what I call that. The cockblock SWAT. Where you block a cockblock. It's like a double negative. It's like a double cock negative. That's what you call that. Careful, the UK's looking. Ooh, yeah, let's. Nothing to see here, UK. Nothing to see here. Yeah, you're right. Maybe adding those. Well, but see, this is why it pauses the escalation, though. Even if we add it right here, it'll pause the escalations for everybody to have a chance to respond to it. A double cock negative. That's right. What a fucking sentence. That's the type of sentence you say when you play Victoria 3. Double cock negative. All right. I think we're gonna. I think. It's enough of a small time to actually let the UK hesitate long enough not to interfere. Oh my lord. Look, we're doing this right now and compulsory primary school at the same time. It's possible to get this achievement in one fell swoop, or massively fail the whole thing. Getting Spain in on this. Look at that. And they're sending people. What's nice too is when you look at it, incorporate all the states, but I already have land in every state and it's incorporated. So when I acquire them, it's all just going to be incorporated. We are almost... Oh, they added stuff. Conquer East Borneo. War reps from Spain. Liberate Brunei. Every diplomatic play from Lanfang needs to be fought with time and guile. That's right. Countdown to war. That's it. Nobody else is joining in. Oh my god, you guys. How long until their soldiers get here? Like, come on, people. You know, oh no, there's 7 here. Okay. They have 13 there. Yeah, what's going on with motors? Alright, here we go. Alright, let's keep an eye on these battles. Ah, come on, what? The enactment of compulsory primary school has come to a halt due to some public protests. Many are the families that lack the purchasing power to meet the expenses that buying new school supplies imply, thus preventing their children from scholarization. Yeah, whatever, we'll lose that. The Dutch literally want to rip you apart, I know. Now you gotta make sure your troops move fast enough so that those troops won't make it in time to land. Watch out, that negative 100. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Ah, shoot. They're taking North Borneo. Well, there's still soldiers coming from Spain. happening? Alright, we're about to take this side of the island. We took it. So you're going... Okay, yeah. You go over there. We took this. We took that. Keep all fronts defended. Well, I kind of like the fact that now we're all kind of consolidated here. I can just move that way. Although I guess this front is taking Pontianak. Ah, how did this front open up? Man, what I need is tomorrow's update and all the front splitting not happening. Alright. Here's Big Daddy Spain. You know what we're gonna do? This is the second Lanfang fleet. You know what? Just go merge with the first, and we're gonna take on that 8 stack of fleet there. This is going. Oh, actually, we can speed this up a little bit. Hell yeah, give me that military. Oh, is there a... Yeah, no. Alright. So you guys go on interception. And you'll get those guys out of our sea. Alright, we're starting to take Pontianak. We do need to get North Borneo back. But if we could take Pontianak, we have 2 of the 3 war goals. Island land fighting is messy with all the fronts. It gets worse with the Spice Islands. Oh, really? God. Apparently, though, the update tomorrow is supposed to take care of a lot of this, like, front splitting. So a lot of this might have just been one front, possibly. Let's see if we can sell some buildings to stay out of debt. Yeah, the steel mills. And the motor industries. Anybody want them? Ah, get that out of my way. And then let's make sure we're not selling any more steel. Ah! Okay, hold on. So what do we have here? We have 1. So what I want is... And over here, we have 19. I want the main army to go... Oh, can we not reach that? Oh, or no, that's where they're going. West Borneo, North Borneo front. Okay. And you're going... No, so I want you to go to the West Borneo front. And where are you going? Yeah, good. You go over there. Okay. And finish off Pontianak. Oh, we took it. Here's something else that's going to be fixed in the update. This guy has to go all the way around the island just to go to the same front. Where's the little front symbol, though? Oh, there it is. Oh my god, we have everything except North Borneo. So they're going to start going down. And the Spanish are helping us out up here. Prominent members of the trade unions, outspoken supporters of compulsory primary school, and close allies of Liu Yatsen have been exposed in a corruption scandal, having exchanged political favors for personal gifts. I need you guys, I need you politicians to help me out here. We'll get a setback. We're going to get a setback no matter what. Let's see. Who likes this? The trade unions. We got them in government. Is there anybody else we can get? No. Okay. Oh, whatever happened? Oh, we defeated that navy. Are there any more navies here? Yeah, they're over there. And they're going back home. Okay, we're good with navy. So we should start making a dent in this at some point, one would think. What the hell is this? I think that was a bug. I don't know what the hell that was. Alright, so we're at 0. Except you're not. It's now an attrition. Liberate Brunei. What? Oh, did we pushed them out of there? Disagreements between the petite bourgeoisie and the literati are causing conflicts in government. We get society research speed. Yeah, we need to get to that. Oh, actually, no, that's not. I wanted to take the other one. Yeah, whatever. So we've got all the war goals. We took back Lanfang. Now we've got everybody here. Yeah, Pontianak rebelled, but we're holding them. That's why I don't get really what happened there. They because we don't actually own them. They rebelled against the Dutch East Indies. I don't really know how the game handles that. To outside observers, the trade unions may appear firmly committed to the idea of compulsory primary school, but behind this facade, union discord long has festered. Yeah, this... Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, we don't want to take a setback. We'll take that. Alright. Hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Guys. So we pushed them off the island. Everybody, you go to the you go stay where you are and hold the island. Let Spain go deal with the Netherlands elsewhere. Alright, we have the war goal. Except you're still looking bad from North Borneo being... No. North Borneo isn't occupied anymore. We hold the island. Now we just need to hold the island, and their war score is going to start going down. A minority group of Avadi has recently settled in the state of East Borneo, seeking a better future. However, the local Hakka elites are stirring up resentment, claiming the Avadi newcomers will destroy the traditional way of life. Yeah, we'll do that one. So, the war continues in their other... Yeah, Spain is going to naval invade the Dutch mainland. But we're good now. They'd have to naval invade any of this. Oh, nice. In Spain... Oh, Philippines are going to leave a fleet here for us. See, now they're going negative. They can't... We can't go negative until they get East Borneo. If you want to make sure you win, occupy Batavia. No, we don't need that, right? So all we need are the war goals. So now that we have the war goals, they can start going into negative war score. Whereas us, we can't... We're at 0, but we can't go below 0 because they don't hold any of the war goals they set. So they said, like, liberate Brunei. I guess conquer Spanish South Cameroon, but Spain will take care of that. They'd have to naval invade the Spanish mainland for this, and they can't get East Borneo. So as long as we sit like this, it'll just go until this gets to negative 100. Given the low wages that workers in North Borneo are receiving, more and more parents are pushed to send their children to work to help sustain their families. Ooh, we really need this. Ah, yes, we got the 20%. Yeah, we didn't. No, we didn't list Conquer Sambas. And that's exactly why I didn't want to. Because now, if Sambas was a war goal, they wouldn't be going negative yet. We'd have to go get Sambas in order to do it. Since these were our only war goals, now that we hold this and kick them off the island, they're going to keep going negative, and they'd have to naval invade us in order to stop this negative war goal happening. That's why you only list really exactly what you need, at least as primary war goals. But we are losing money by a lot. Honestly, we don't really need that anymore. We did it! We took the island. Bonai it is, Bonai it is. Oh my gotzos, Mr. Robotzos. And it's all incorporated. Wait, Sambas is the last corner of Western Borneo you aren't going to have? Where is Sambas? Like, are you talking about this up here? That's Luzon. Boni. Oh, it's Boni. Oh, nice. Wait, where is... Where's the place you're talking about? Sambas. I don't think so. This one isn't going to give us tips. Sometimes they do. All the states in Borneo. Yeah, I think... Oh, I did take Sambas. Oh, yeah, yeah. That was that split state up here, right? Yeah, we took that like near the beginning of the run. So now we just need to pass this law. Oh my god. And actually we do have a we have a money problem here. What is the deal? Well, first off, yeah, so we're paying quite a bit in subsidies. We're paying a lot to Ching. Oh. And a lot here. Oh, Sambas is... Oh, Sambas. Yeah, that little one that was up here. Yeah, no, so because the Dutch East Indies had taken that, it was part of West Borneo. So it had included this and this as one state. All right, now we really need to get this law situated. So I think it's the railroads. Oh, wait, hold on. We're subsidizing the trade center. I forgot about that. The Bony Spanish Union has offered us foreign... No, we don't want to do foreign investment rights. Get that out of here. An explicitly partisan newspaper founded by members of the labor movement in Pontianak has published its first issue. Between advertisements and political cartoons, it hosts ruthless critique of government policy. Okay. All right. We're at the 3. Okay, congrats for finally unifying the island in 1897. Thank you. Thank you. We did that. We did that. All right. All right, gonna get some water because I'm out of water. And then when I come back, we're gonna pass this law. I swear to God, if we end up stumbling on this achievement because of this damn law, but we're gonna get this law. All right, be right back. All right, and we're back, and we are back. All right, let's do this. All we need to do is pass this law, and we get the achievement. In the meantime, we now have some big bureaucracy problems. So we got okay to advance to study. That's good. Honestly, this is going to add a lot of cost. We don't need these barracks now. But we are going to... We're going to get rid of the Navy that we're adding. Now we don't really need a lot of this stuff. But we do need the government admin. Yeah, 3.6 million population strong. That's why we have massive tax waste. We need to catch up in tax efficiency here. It's a lot of peasants over in Benjaminson. Yeah, how many peasants? You know, now we can... Oh, you know, actually, let's get rid of the enlistment efforts. And let's put that in. I don't really need... Yeah, there we go. Actually, instead of that, we could use some more consumption taxes. That's what we should really be using. Yes, tax those services. And that took all of it. That's fine. Alright, so what are we waiting for now? November 7th. Despite not enjoying full rights under Boni law, some wealthier Dayak people have begun moving into neighborhoods and frequenting establishments they would normally be excluded from. Alright, yeah, let's do this. We need... Oh, actually... yeah, we have a lot of radicals. How much, yeah, look at all of the turmoil. Oh my god. Okay. They always deserve their chance. I know, right? Always, always. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that because we're actually, I think what we really could use too is some good old violence suppression. Turmoil here is 40%, so we could use it more here. We can get rid of the subsidies in the trade center. And also the gold mines. I feel like... Do those need it? Wait, which ones have it? I feel like we don't need it there. So the remaining subsidies, rice farms and railway. Yeah, I don't think we need it in the rice farms anymore. Because now we have people. Okay, we're paying tons of interest. Honestly, just wholesale. Sell it all. so that we don't pay that interest anymore. Oh, maybe not the gold mines. Oh wait, yeah, the gold mines. I want our company to take those. Sell it all. Look at that, look at that. Going down, going down. Alright, yeah, let's get to November 7th here. I think we have boosted... Oh, yeah. That's right. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. Okay. There we go. That's looking good. That's what we need right there. Okay. Whew. Why do I feel like though this law is going to kick us in the butt? Yeah, what are we researching now? I think at this point we really want this stuff. Let's get us some steam donkeys, some improved fertilizer. Yeah, give me that rotary valve engine. I think that's good for now. Alright, let's get to November 7th here. Some members of the industrialists have raised their concerns about the enactment of compulsory primary school, since they believe it would affect employment and promote agitation among the lower classes. No, we're going to take the guaranteed 10%. Since you're still on T2 research, want to finish all those other ones up before you move on to T3 ones? Yeah, we haven't, yeah, we finished all Tier 2 in production. We're on to Tier 3 now. I mean, isn't there a penalty otherwise? Yeah, there is a penalty if you haven't finished one tier and you move on to the next, but we've finished all of the Tier 2 ones. So now we can do Tier 3. Alright, now we wait for March 23rd. March 23rd. Ooh, what's going on here? Yeah, let's keep paying down that interest. Oh, wait, what is Qing doing to it? Why does Qing keep increasing the amount we gotta pay? Don't make us go for independence, Qing. I thought you have to finish all the Tier 2 ones in all three before the penalty goes away. Yeah, no. Just it's the tier in each individual one. So like, yeah, we're good there. Yeah. So we're still on Tier 2 in society. But yeah, they're all individual. Oh my god, this is much later than I usually go, but I'm so close to this, to the finish of this run. The Qing will continue to take more money as your economy grows. Oh, it's proportional to your GDP, huh? Interesting. That makes sense. Well, at this point, it doesn't even really bother me. Because all we really care about... Progress to voting. Here we go. Oh, my lord. Let's do it. On behalf of the Agrarian Party, Saizakai has embarked on a tour of various rural and remote regions in Boni, seeking to enroll voters and ensure ballots are collected in difficult-to-reach communities. Yeah, we don't want any shakeup of the government right now. Who are the ones supporting this law? We should double check that. The trade unions and the armed forces. Oh, look at that! They've all coalesced into the Tongman Way. Tongman Way forever. There we go. The Tongman Way are gonna win us this game. All right. August 6th. Here we go. Party-affiliated newspapers have been proliferating during this election season. Publications associated with the Tongman Way have been particularly effective in spreading the party line. Yeah, give us that momentum. August 6th. Whoa. The Confucian scholars have formally censured Hui Yatsen over an unconventional article in a Tongman Way newspaper advocating for disruptive social policies. We'll take that one, thank you very much. An eruption of unprecedented records has utterly destroyed the lives of many Dutch East Indies in the state of West Java. I feel like this is really late in the game for this. I feel like this happens much earlier in most runs. The explosion of the Krakatoa could be heard from hundreds of miles away, and anything that had the ill fate of surrounding the island was immediately devastated. Great. Damn. Well, actually, yeah, we can afford it, luckily. Waves taller than chimneys have ravaged the state of North Borneo, a terrible consequence of the volcanic eruption. Oh, wonderful. Right? Typical anime girl, isn't that right? Like, the Krakatoa in 1898 is insane. I've never seen it this late before. Like, we're almost at 1900. Yeah, the big one blew up. That it did. Oh my god. I guess, though, luckily it happened now when all we need is a law pass. August 6th. Alright, Tongman Way 1. This is what I don't get about the game sometimes. The Tongman Way Party won, but the most legitimate government would be the Free Trade Party. Nope. The drop in temperature caused by the volcanic eruption has ruined the crops in all the nation, and the farmers East Borneo beg for help. Well, luckily we can afford that too. I feel like we're kind of going to need to do that. There it is. We did it. Miners, not miners. Wow, I did not think in this morning's session that we were actually going to get this achievement by tonight. But here we are, we did it. All right. Well, we did it, everybody. Hey, yeah, get the emotes out there. Get the emotes. What? Oh yeah, oh yeah. No need for literacy percentage requirement. No. I thought you needed to change it up to 60 plus or something, but congrats. Thank you. Yeah, no, the achievement is just own the island, have it all incorporated, and then pass that law. And that's it. So we did it. Woot the woot. Woot woot woot. All right. Well, what's particularly nice about this is, like I keep saying, I'm not sure this save is going to work after tomorrow with the new update. And so though we're not taking this to 1936, we did get the achievement we were out hunting for. I will, though, load this save up tomorrow after the update downloads, just to see if it'll work. But I just, in my gut, I'm like, there's no way it's going to. So I'm glad we got this achievement tonight. And then I guess Wednesday night we'll start a new run with the new country in the new update, and stumble our way through this whole world market thing. So, woof, this is the latest I think I've taken a stream. I'm exhausted. Thanks for watching, guys. Typical anime girl, thanks for hanging out as always. Yoni, oh, thank you so much for the help throughout this run and the pronunciation help. I totally appreciate that. So that'll be, I think that's going to be it for tonight. What do you think about the challenge to unify Boni, though? Feel like you're understanding the place better to unify Indonesia or even into China next run. Yeah. In fact, I've always kind of wanted to do a Philippines run, to be honest with you. Like, the way I want to do runs is to kind of like circle around the world, one region to the next. I think the next time I get to this region will be either Philippines. Well, I don't know if I want to go to the mainland there. I mean, I do want to do a Dainam run at some point. So maybe like the Philippines or something like that. I don't want to play as the Dutch East Indies. The gold is so helpful. Yeah. That's really what makes this run. Without the gold, this would be so hard. As usual, too, this achievement was listed as a medium achievement. And I'm always like, I don't know who decides these things at Paradox. Because, like, I don't know. This seemed like more than a medium achievement. Like, medium achievement. There's other medium achievements that are like, declare independence. I'm like, yeah, that's simple. This one is a little bit harder. But we did that. We did that. You really could lead Lanfang to replace the DEI. I know, right? If it wasn't for the update coming out tomorrow, then I would totally take this run to 1936 and eventually try to take the whole region. So we'll see. We'll see if it loads up tomorrow. But yeah, that's going to be it for tonight. I'm exhausted. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thanks for watching. Yeah, so what, let's see, how do I usually end these things? My brain is all over the place. So next time I'm going to be on will be Wednesday. I do a Wednesday morning session with Ixion, the game Ixion. But I'll be on Victoria 3 Wednesday night. By then I'll have a little bit of experience in the new update, so we'll try that out. So other than that, yeah, thank you. Have a good night to you as well. Thanks for watching, everybody, and as always, be awesome. I'll see you next time.